had the pleasure of attending the Harlem Fine Arts Show at the Glass House. And men, oh men, the artwork was mind-blowing. Black artists from all over the world featuring mixed media, paintings, art, sculpture, jewelry. Everything that is connected to artistic prowess was in full display. I went last year and this year did not disappoint. It was really, really well done. And it's always really great to see how art can really affect your whole disposition, your whole aura. One of my standout pieces was this piece that was from Liberia. It was created in the 70s to give ode to the freedom movement. And just pieces like created in such different dynamics using different materials, different, look at this hair. It looks like falling down from the portrait. Can you imagine this kind of work, this kind of like, oh my God, like I wanted to take every painting home. I really did. It was that breathtaking. The colors were so vibrant. The work was so beautiful. It really, for Black History Month and for every month, it speaks to the creativeness of the Black diaspora. Harlem Fine Arts Show is a great way to buy art, see art, go online, check them out. A lot of artists are listed there, so you can check out the work yourself. If you want to take a work home, you should. And it was just really, really mind-blowing to see and experience. This was a piece of art from South Africa, like ornate, created by 2 designers. Like everything was just breathtaking. And I chose an artist that his pieces stood out to me to interview and to speak to, that really, you know, my name is Glitterati. You guys know that. Glitter Gang, what's up, what's up? I know I have a couple of new followers. How y'all doing? So I picked an artist that had pieces that kind of tickled my whimsical side and gave me that edge that I wanted. I hope you guys enjoy the interview with him. It was Christopher Crenshaw, one of a wonderful artists presenting at Harlem Fine Arts Festival. Come on, Christopher, give me a little bit about this beautiful ornate pieces.
These are mixed media works encompassing this fabric, crystal, feathers, rhinestones, semi-precious stones, vintage rhinestones, and the faces are made of a sculpting compound of clay and paper.
Wow.
The way I start this is it's sketched out, it's mapped out, and there are lots of cutouts. The faces, the arms and hands and different parts of the body are actually paper cutout, and they are layered and put together like a puzzle. Wow. The basic body silhouette is the first thing that goes down, and then I build up from there. The fabric is put down, and then all the embellishment is applied on top.
Wow, and how long does it take to make such a piece?
This takes about 2 to 3 months.
Wow. And you said mostly the drying time too sometimes,
yes,
right?
Yes,
the drying
most of the time is in drying.
Which of the pieces here today?
Oh yes, and this also has faux pearls.
Oh.
There are faux pearls, rhinestones, and
Christopher, they look real, like real pearls. Hope those ain't real pearls. How much?
I can't do real pearls.
I know you can if we can afford it, you know.
Yeah, it's most of it. You know, when I first started, I really needed to learn how to keep it flat, so that it wasn't so protrusive from the canvas. Yeah. So I kind of got it to where it can go under glass. Yeah. Which is what I prefer them to do, so it keeps the dust out of the crevices.
I love it. Your pieces are really standing out to me. When I came earlier, you were busy, swamped here, but tell us a little bit about every piece, a little of your favorites, some of your favorites.
This one's just a little simpler.
Yeah.
A lot less time.
Maybe that's the one I can afford.
Okay. This is Danielle Luna, who was the first black supermodel. Tragic story, but you know, one that we're familiar with. Yeah. Same technique of the face and hand are paper cutout. Yeah. And I find when even you know, the neck is the only thing that's painted on the canvas.
Yeah.
It gives it dimension, even it just tricks the eye into, because just those little millimeter of distance from one another gives you gives it so much dimension. The eyes are set in paper pockets.
Yeah.
And still plastered and painted, and minimal use of rhinestones on the nails and the earrings.
Wow. And these two pieces right here are stunning. Give us the tea on those. Okay,
this is one of the first ones I did when I was experimenting with this kind of compound to get the texture of the hair, to make it look like a natural. Yeah. And I just got carried away. I was going to do just one for the, you know, like a normal
layer,
afro.
yeah.
But then I loved it so much, I just said, you know, I'm going to do afro everywhere. So I went a little crazy with the afro. Her name is Aphrodisia.
Aphrodisia. She is serving that.
And same mix of rhinestones. In this piece, I used a lot of semi-precious stones, beads. This is some acrylic and some glass. And the same, these in the earrings are, a lot of these types of cabochons are vintage. Yeah. They're hard to find, and I use them sparingly, but they're really unusual. I like to, you know, especially on a focal point like the earrings, I like to use those.
Beautiful. And
okay, now this is one of my favorites. I really don't want to let her go. This is the last one I completed.
Wow.
Her name is Geechee Color Queen. And if you're familiar with Geechee culture in the South, you'll understand the sweetgrass thing. That's a way that they weave baskets from this grass. And just reading about them, I do know that they elect a queen. Yeah. And so I just use this. And the costume I kind of like stole from, because I was watching The Gilded Age, and I was like, I gotta, you know,
do my own version.
Yeah, so I kind of amped up the costume, but with the scarf, because they do wear the scarf.
They need you to do their costuming for them.
Oh, yeah. And this is all rhinestones. Now, the way I get this is the bodice of the dress is red satin and actual lace, and it's in the hat as well. You can see some of the lace exposed on the hat. Yeah. And then I just cover it in rhinestones, and this is striped fabric, black and white striped fabric. Wow. And it is covered in black and white striped stones.
And we have Prince.
And this is my, this is the one, now this, you need to take this home with you.
What? I'm about to sell something. Several things.
Okay, now, Prince is, let's see, the hair is real hair.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a real hair, and I use a heavy kind of, I don't use polyurethane, although I have switched over to polyurethane, but when I did him, I actually used acrylic, and it took so long to dry. And you get the same effect with the polyurethane, but it stabilizes the hair, locks it in, it becomes very, very stiff. Nice. And the face is sculpted in the clay as well.
This is amazing to use so many different materials.
And the suit is purple satin covered in purple and lavender rhinestones. Wow. Some glass gems. And these gems are what they call mirrored gems. They're like, you know, kind of, they're tinted, but you can still, they're reflective in that way.
Look at the ring. And you have the ring. You have those details. And this beautiful number behind you, this one that I want to take home too. Yes.
Okay.
This
is
a finale piece.
Conjo. Okay. Conjo is the same technique with the hair, except for I used braids. Those are just synthetic braids. Oh. And lots of my cabochons that I'm sold. Yeah. That I use cautiously and sparingly, because I don't know when I'm going to find them again. But I had to use them in her body, in her dress and earrings and her jewelry. All the jewelry is made. If you look closely, the hands are paper cut out again, and just embellished with the jewels. And the bodice of her skirt was a scarf, and after I decoupaged it to the canvas, I followed the pattern of the scarf with the crystals.
It's So if I want to take this home today, how much would this cost me?
A leg and arm.
A leg and an arm.
Yes.
And where can they find you if they want to have a leg and an arm to start with?
Well, I'm at Christopher Q. Crenshaw on Instagram, and all my contact information
is on there. Okay, on Instagram. So make sure you look for him. And your stuff is so amazing. It's my standout booth for today.
Thank you
Christopher.
so much.
Let me video of me and Christopher. Loving. Christopher, I'm going to take one of these paintings home. I'm going to stalk you on Instagram. Thank you so much, Christopher.
Please do.
All right.
It's me too, baby. Dog Nation. Give me 2 shots on the regular.